was it?
It was crazy. Motion cameras, little dots. I felt like a Power Ranger. It was cool seeing my skeleton and everything in motion. It was different.
How excited were you when you heard that some of your personal dunk animations are going to be in 2K17?
It's cool having our own motions, our own shots, and then my own dunk.
That's Jordan. Now say it. That's Jordan.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Guys, all around the league, you can see that level of respect that LeBron commands. Is he still one of the most intimidating players that you'll play against?
Oh, well, listen. If you're not intimidated, you're silly. However, you're still going to play hard. But there is a level of intimidation with all the awards, all the hardware that he's got, and he's still probably the most physically dominating force in the game. You know, a freak of nature.
You know, now that Kobe's gone, LeBron is now the elder statesman of the league, and rookies grew up watching them play. And 256% body fat. I need to go on that diet.
Do you think somebody can be intimidating and silly at the same time?
Yeah. Well,
because if you're not intimidated, you're silly.
No question.
Well, what about silly intimidating?
Oh, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Oh.
And I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, that's your seat buzzing.
Nice.
That's your seat buzzing.
But you know who does understand that?
Who's that?
Kevin Harlan.
Oh.
The Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Both of these sides, Steve, with some fantastic forwards on the roster. I imagine we'll be seeing them go right at each other in this one.
You know, the forward position is interesting because you got to do a little banging. You got to defend. You got to score. I know all positions you do that.
Play out a little bit on the perimeter.
Yeah, you got to switch.
Yeah.
And that's one of those positions you do a lot, but it ultimately comes down to who can control the paint with their physicality.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair, and it's Irving in at the one spot. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first.
Get down, man.
Right side, the pass to Bosh. And the rejection by Love. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Misses off the left eye.
And that's the shot he has to take.
You just can't pass up wide open looks. You must shoot it.
Ron right side. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. James has got 5.
Driving with that kind of speed and power, LeBron bulldozes his way through contact.
They get a hand on it. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Sinks the triple.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Yeah, I think so. Reason why you get your confidence early, and then late in the game, you're able to knock down those shots.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Waiters, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dragic against Irving. The feed now to LeBron. No good on the triple.
look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
Dragic with it, picked up by Love. Shot's good by Waiters.
That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
Cavaliers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. From deep, LeBron sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him. And what an incredible sight it was to see the city of Cleveland in jubilation last June. Their first professional sports championship since 1964.
It was a long time coming, but most fans in Cleveland probably didn't even remember the last time they won a title. And to have that title cemented by Akron's own LeBron James, you couldn't have written it any better.
The Heat trail by 4. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. He said that one problem with this team is the shot blocking. He said we've got to play unselfishly, make the extra pass to punish defenders for rotating over, and above all, we have to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against that has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Their attention has to be spacing. Right now on the offensive end, they're too jammed up to be able to score the basketball. Clear it out a little bit. Give some offensive room.
Here's Irving. Dion Waiters make from the arc. And LeBron James with the 3. James has got 14 points for the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Williams, he's checked in for Bosch. Josh Richardson comes in for Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Cavaliers, Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. That jumper in there for J.R. Smith. Poked away. Here's James.
Whoa! Beautiful. Beautiful. Hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Well, the league going more up-tempo with more three-point shooting. That's not, though, the Miami Heat.
No, they're at the bottom of the league as far as pace and as far as three-point shooting. This team makes its bones at the defensive end of the floor. That's really where they excel.
And Miami.
That's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
Damn, that's full-ass beat.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we
tear from beyond the arc. If you're guarding him, you have to stay in his shirt, or he'll bury you. Let's see if the defense can come up with ways to at least run him off his spots.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Here's Shumpert. Off target with his 3. The Heat trail by 10. Johnson dishes to Richardson. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. It's hauled in by Fry.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. 2 great competitors. Defense took it.
Hits it from three-point range.
You want to try to keep LeBron from carving you up inside, but he can tee it up from outside as well.
Dishes it to Whiteside. Passes to Richardson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Richardson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Hey, let's see if this turns into a long-range shootout.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
I just think he can get a better look than that one.
In the corner, it's Whiteside. Back to Johnson. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers on top, up by 12. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to win good.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Because this is a team full of sharp shooters whose eyes light up when given the opportunity to shine. And they are really knocking them down right now.
On the court for Cleveland, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Dunleavy in at the free spot.
Total collapse on defense there. You can't let a good shooter like him get a clear look at the basket from outside.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. James Johnson, a journeyman forward, a product of Wake Forest, as we know, Smitty, and wherever he has landed, he has found a way to crack the rotation and get solid minutes.
Yes, James Johnson is a perfect guy to round out your roster. The reason why he can play either forward position with ease. He is comfortable and productive both as a starter or coming off the bench.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the 10th pick in the draft can sometimes be a diamond in the rough. You remember Paul Pierce went to the Celtics many years ago with the 10th pick, and Justice Winslow fell to the Heat with the 10th pick a couple of years ago. From day one, Winslow has proven to be on the elite side of defenders in the league. Eric Spoelstra told us he plays with a veteran poise, but also with youthful intensity, particularly on the defensive end. Kevin, he's been a great pick in Miami.
He just makes winning plays, D.A. Thank you. And that one's good.
And is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Poke loose. Oh. Here's Posh. And yes, it's good.
The D realized their mistake just a little too late, and he made them pay for it.
Right wing. Back to Irving. From deep. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Timeout. Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And right now we're seeing the rise of great passing in the NBA, so valuable offensively, obviously. Is that a natural talent of players, or is it a mentality? Is it a learned aspect of the game? How would you classify it?
All of the above, Kevin. There are some guys that...
Man, that's not my video.